Hello and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 26th of June and this time I have some rather interesting news from Nintendo, as apparently they're at least considering having early access options for their games on console. Now these comments come from Damon Baker, who is actually the head of Nintendo of America's third-party relations and indie development, and he basically said they are exploring options and capabilities, but his full quote reads as such: "We don't have anything to announce, but I can say that we're certainly exploring options and capabilities. So anything is possible. I guess the important part of it is we're very conscious of it and definitely looking into it." Now this might actually kind of be following on from something they did at E3, where they ran a promo that was kind of like a demo mixed with a bit of early access, as they actually had vertical slices for 9 independent games for the public. And once the games are completed and launched, anyone who downloaded the demos are then given a month to actually purchase the game with a 15% discount. And when speaking about this particular undertaking, he said, well, it was rather a large one. And he said, quote, "We had to change policies over this, guidelines. I mean, we basically created almost an early access type of situation because of some of this content isn't even coming out until towards the end of the year. So to be able to give such early visibility to some of the developers in these builds, there was a lot of work that went into it." Now, if early access were to make its way to the Wii U, 3DS and possibly even the yet unknown NX, Baker did go on to say that the biggest benefit would be to see how it could operate as sort of like a beta test for developers. And he finished up by saying, quote, "Working out some of the kinks, the server loads, or what matching those expectations so that it's a prime experience when the full version actually launches. So there could be some benefits there, but I think it's a very sensitive topic because you wouldn't ever want to ask for money for something that doesn't ever become fully realised." Now obviously Nintendo will have to think very carefully about this, as of course, as we've seen with Steam Early Access, there's definitely issues of quality control. Now obviously Nintendo are going to guard that very protectively, as they are always about quality, making sure that, you know, they strive for the best, and they're going to want that even with early access as much as possible. So we won't see like unfinished getting like, you know, alphas or anything like that. It probably will be betas and things like that. But how will the pricing work? What will happen if the game never gets released? They'll probably be thinking about this. And I think offering a discount to people would be nice, kind of like they did at E3, but I highly doubt they'll be able to run a free service if it's early access, because the whole idea of early access is naturally to kind of fund development. So I'll be curious to see how exactly they work this out, but I'll be definitely interested to see it. I'm kind of up for this on console because, well, of course we've seen it previously announced from Microsoft at E3 with the Xbox One preview program, and they too are very strict with their quality control, so it might actually be better than it is on Steam, because yes, early access has given us some great games, but it has also given us many not so great games. And of course we have a Jim Sterling who pretty much shows us all of them, and I'm sure he loves playing all of these horribly broken games. But my point is, there's not much quality control, if any, on Steam in early access, but Nintendo aren't going to have that, so I don't know exactly how they're going to get around that, but I'd be curious to see exactly how they tackle, excuse me, that particularly thorny issue. Anyway, that's me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.